Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Round Zero. This is another unedited video, and let's talk about what happened exactly last week, which was Linares versus Haney. And yeah, I quite enjoyed that fight. There was a lot of good moments between both boxers in that fight. Um, and overall, I think in the end it was really close in terms of how it could have ended. You know, um, Haney in the beginning was throwing a lot of jabs, really nice jabs. Just his jabs is something else. He'll go in there, he'll stand up and just quickly double jab or quickly triple jab, angle shot jab, in there. So it was pretty good throughout like the earlier rounds. Haney had that fight for sure. He was definitely throwing a lot of more punches, fast punches, 1-2 punches coming up with fast and just dominating with his left. You know, and but Linares, even though it took him a while to explode, he was still countering, like landing some of those shots in the earlier rounds. Um, Haney would throw like a couple, some angle shot jabs, and then Haney would come in with a nice, hook, and he would land some like a quick boom, boom, and he will land, into Haney. He was pretty good. He was on point. He caught him. It's all about timing, so he caught sometimes in those earlier rounds, Haney, and then I think just in the later rounds the one thing I think I was missing from Linares in the beginning, in which I think they should have, I think he should have pushed the gas more a little bit, where it was more combination shots. You know what I mean? If he would have just, I don't want to say started, but I get did that earlier in the fight, he could have won. He might have won, because he was in the 10th round. He was throwing. He did a nice combination, and then straight up landed a nice, perfect straight into Haney, like real nice too. It was like nice and short. I think it was like from right here too, just boom and quick. Like I don't even know. I can't predict it because I'm not at that skill level, but it was basically like a quick boom, like straight shot into Haney, which was really nice. He was throwing a lot of combinations. When he was throwing combinations, he was landing a lot of those, hooks that he was throwing in there, and he was throwing some nice hand movements. And I think that's what he needed to do, like around around round like 6 or even earlier in that round 5 or something. He could, because those earlier rounds, that was all Haney. He knew that, and at least I would like to believe that Linares knew that Haney was coming into, because he was just landing Haney was landing anything and everything with the left. He was this, that, wherever he was throwing that left, he was landing. He was landing. All right, he was landing that left like nothing, right? And really did hurt Linares. That I think he didn't put up the turbo, that those combinations earlier on the fight, because he was really aggressive, and sometimes the judges look, they score on that of aggression and combinations, and how he's willing to push on the fight. And he ended up, I forgot, was it in the same round 10 or round 11? No, round 10, and in that same round, he, Haney wobbled, and if there's a little bit more time, he could have, and he might have landed another one. Who knows if he could have knocked him down? But it was obviously in the last second, and the ref stopped, and it was until the next round. And then Haney, recuperated, unfortunately. But I mean, Haney was dominating throughout that whole fight, and I do agree that he was landing more and hitting into Linares. But Linares came back. He had a lot of heart. He came back. He was throwing some. I mean, even in the early rounds when he wasn't throwing so much, he was landing in there. And when he was getting into the later rounds, Linares really turned up and threw some nice combinations and landed and countered really well. So in boxing's unpredictable. Most of boxing is your skill level, your training, how much you train, your level of skill and power and mixture of balance and rhythm and all that. But that it also is that small percentage of just landing that punch, is landing a punch, and you can knock. It's really low, but anyone can knock anyone down. That's in boxing. It can happen. Anything can happen in boxing. So could have Linares knocked him down? Yeah, Of course he could have, because he landed a nice shot and it was really clean. And if there was more time in that round, if he did it earlier, yeah, I think he could have knocked him down. I think if there was a way, also if Haney wasn't hugging him in the last 2 rounds, it would have been completely different as well. And I think Linares, I think, could have handled that clinching a little bit better, pulling out or something, trying to throw some more combinations, and that style of boxing, I understand it's I think what boxers should do. If what was he say, like, he recuperated, but shit. And obviously I understand why Haney did that, because he was really wobbling and he had to recuperate, and I understand why he did it. And I'm just not a fan of that whole thing. Doesn't mean I understand it. I do understand it, obviously, but I'm just not a fan. I can unlike stuff. But I think Haney could have done a better job, circle around him, run around him a little bit better, and come in with a couple shots and see if he can do that. But overall, both fighters gave it their all, and it was quite enjoyable. It was much more enjoyable the second time, watching some of the highlights. I saw some cool shots, and it's like some cool uppercuts that I didn't see the first time, with both Linares and Haney. Just some nice, clean, some short uppercuts, and some that just landed really nice into there that I caught in the second time. It was really cool. And yeah, overall, it was quite an enjoyable fight. And I haven't seen or caught up anything with the news on boxing lately, and I have no idea who's Haney's gonna fight next. Here, Ryan Garcia is, I think, getting back into the ring. He's healthy now, so that's good for that. Hopefully he's his health is well. But we'll see what happens. Overall, great fight. Linares did his best. Haney did his best, and it was a good fight. Let me know down in the comments, how did you like that fight? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What were some of the things that you thought it could have been way better? Or some of the things that you wished would have happened in that fight, or it could have been more spectacular? Let me know how you think Haney could have handled the fight a little differently. Also, Linares, like, for me, I thought he could have, I think his coach could have told him, explode a little bit more. Told him, like, hey, dude, like, this guy's coming into your jab. Can you throw some more combinations and stuff? Let me know down in the comments and section below what was going through your mind in that fight, and how you thought some stuff could have been better for each opponent, for Linares and for Haney. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for all my subscribers and everybody who's watching the videos. I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Alright, guys? And until the next round, later. Whew.